Hi, my name is Flo Ankah. Welcome to my studio for creativity and ThetaHealing here in New York City. I wanted to introduce you to this next class that is coming up in English, You and the Creator. And this information, when it was channeled about 10 years ago, completely transformed ThetaHealing. I like to think that it became more like sci-fi. It was so fast and so deep. Right? So ThetaHealing was created in 1995. I took my first classes in 2005, and I remember being in Switzerland, and I was just overwhelmed with joy for like 20 minutes in a row, because I remember the first 3 classes of the foundation training, right? Basic DNA, advanced DNA, dig deeper. They they they're interesting. We love how to dig. It's like, how does it work? And people who do theta healing, they have an agile intelligence, right? So I thought I was so good at digging, and then when this course came, I was like, everything became simple because it just made sense for me. It was just all the resentment work, and then the positive lesson, but what kind of lesson? And it gave me so much discernment. I was so grateful, because it made sense and it was so simple. So you need this class if you want to move on to do the teacher training, and then you also need this class if you want to take the intuitive anatomy masterclass, right? So it's very important material. In this class, Vaiana says, in the Dig Deeper, you learn how to write sentences, and in this class, you learn an incredible amount of discernment. Right? I was trying to make a video about, like, in 20 years of theta healing, practicing, learning, teaching, like, really, what have I learned? Like, what is really the essence of how it has changed to me? And I was thinking, and I came up with that it was the listening, right? The listening to my body, my heart, listening to the intuition, the messages, listening to the creator, listening to the person we're helping, like listening beyond the words. And so I'm still making progress, right, with that. But I think it's so essential, right? So in this class, you're going to be able to discern what is your subconscious up to. It's doing a great job. It's protecting us, which is what it's designed to do. And sometimes it's a little obsolete, right? So as you understand the motions of your subconscious, then you can cut through the knowledge. You can make choices that are different. You can redesign the way you think. And it's also going to give you, it's going to show you all the blocks to the connection to the creator. And it's going to show you all the ways in which you can improve your connection to the creator. Right? So when we're digging before this class, we're learning, oh, I have to be a good practitioner. I have to know how it works so that it can help the person, la la la. And then sometimes we wonder, like, am I really connected? But this class, there's going to be no doubts about how it feels when it comes from the creator. Right? And we're not saying that if we're not connecting 100% every single time, it's bad. No, it's more about giving us a direction of what we're looking for. And then sometimes we might be receiving messages that are from different planes, which is amazing, which is so cool, right? And so if we love that information, then we can complement our training and take the planes of existence classes, right? Because then you can really understand, who you are as a spiritual being and what planes, what vibrations you feel accomplished in, and then you're just multidimensional, so you can develop more, right? But that's for later. For now, just recognizing, I'm really good at my fifth plane connection, right? I get a lot of messages from the fifth plane. Great. Can we step it up a notch? What would be the next lesson, right? Maybe if we get a message from the planes, what would it feel like? How does it feel when it's a message from the planes, and how does it feel when it's a message from the creator? This most like infinitely kind, wisdom, pure love, intelligence. And then when you start to have this discernment, when you work on yourself, when you just be in your everyday life, everything is different, right? So, what else can I tell you about this class? There's a new exercise that's introduced. I always love when there's a different tool in different theta healing classes. So the digging style is going to be completely different, much faster, much deeper. But then you're also going to have this exercise where we can reset the mind, right? Because if we're stuck in the past, then we recreate the same patterns. But also if we're stuck in the future, like if I'm only projecting about being in a Broadway show or having my beautiful theater play being produced, and wait, then I'm not present with you right now, right? So reset in the mind is just really showing the path to being like completely present in each moment. And it sounds simple, but the practice of it is so different with how it feels. Sometimes I'm doing one-on-one session in my program, and you have this moment where it clicks, and I like to say, oh, nice to see you, just like hello, I see you now. Even if it's in the middle of the session, because I just want the person to recognize when they're present that it makes a difference. It's appreciated when you show up completely with your full humanity, right? That's who I want to meet. So this class is gonna make you be here. So let's see. We used to think of beliefs as coming from the core level, the genetic level, the history level, and the soul level. And now all of this is really about healing the soul. And it is expressed in the physical body, right? But it's just taking everything much more wholesome. It's just, I don't know, it's just awesome. Let's see. Yeah, we have a great book. So it's always, you can, read it before the training, because then you can experiment with some of the exercises, and it has examples of sessions. So it's always great. People learn differently. So I'd love you to have already that information in your body, in your subconscious. So when you come to class, we can take it to the next level. So let's share a couple of downloads that may be useful for you to get a sense of the vibration, the energy of this class. Right? I'll lead you through the Theta Healing meditation so that you can be more open and present when we're sharing the healing. So take a moment to breathe into your heart, just recognizing who you are today. What time is it? How does it smell in this room? And just like giving yourself this moment for yourself. You can recognize that your soul is making a beautiful light radiating from your heart. You're really present in your body. And allowing this energy to root itself into the floor, through the different layers of crust of the planet, into the center of the earth. Imagine finding the support, the unconditional acceptance, and you recognize that you have this free will, this birthright to create, to ask for a healing. So you're going to visualize a beautiful light. Think of it as a life force, or the chi, coming from the center of the earth all the way back into the sole of your feet. your ankles, your knees. Imagine this beautiful energy replenishing your body of its life force, ascending through the spine. You imagine your shoulders are very relaxed, the back of your neck is very open, your jaw is relaxed, the back of your eyes is relaxed, and imagine a beautiful ball of light above your head as if you're in this ball of light, and gently ascending through the ceiling, through the roof, past the clouds, and just easily and gently, joyfully going through the solar system. Imagine traveling through the different galaxies. Imagine visualizing light and darkness. It's just so fun to travel your consciousness, and imagine finding this golden light so you feel at home. It is the energy of your soul expressed. But you don't need to stay there. Imagine going even higher in your connection, finding a pink ray of compassion, and you're transforming into this jelly-like substance as if you're becoming compassion. And naturally you can let the light, this pure white light, iridescent, tingling, as if you're part of the entire universe and all of creation is part of you. You find yourself to be connected. This is the Theta Healing meditation that you can connect to every day. So I'll share some downloads. All you have to do is say yes. And if you're a Theta Healer, you can witness the downloads. But I'm also going to witness for anyone who's watching the video. Even if it's later, it will work. Would you like to have the Creator's perspective that you're in your place in this world? That it's possible for you to know that you belong and that you know how to connect to the light. Let's teach you the Creator's perspective that you're deserving of this light because you are of the light. Let's teach you the Creator's perspective that your path is connected to the divine, that you've chosen it and you're remembering it, and the Creator is your greatest accomplice, is preparing everything for you like little clues, and you're remembering and you're becoming more and more you. If so, say yes. Let's teach you what it feels like to have discernment on your relationships, to know that you deserve your time of introspection, of prayer, of connection, and that you know when and how to be a channel for this light to be expressed into the world. Through your kindness, through your friendship, through your cooking, through your creativity, through your singing, through your humanity. Just being yourself is an expression of the light of the divine. Let's teach you that it's fun for you to be you. So if there's any particular hardship that you're going through right now, I can ask to release any hooks and cords, any shock and trauma that is ready to be lifted now. Nice. Let's teach you that you know when and how to work on yourself, that you know when and how to embrace support. And let's teach you that you can make good decisions moving forward. Let's teach you that it's possible for you to recognize your wisdom and that you know how to take action on your path, that you're ready for your divine timing, that you can give yourself permission to trust your life purpose. If so, say yes, and I'll witness with you these downloads in every cell of your body. And we can ask that they are integrated gently in the highest and best and comfortably and in a manner that's in the perfect time for you. So you don't feel rushed and you don't feel that you're too late. You're exactly perfect as you are and you're making progress. Would you like to know the Creator's perspective, that you're being supported by the Creator and that you can inspire others through your work, through your sessions? If so, say yes. Take a moment to witness yourself surrounded by the people who love you. Maybe your soul family, maybe new friendships coming your way, new colleagues. And just take a moment to enjoy being here. You can take a moment to go back to the Creator. Imagine rinsing your energy. The words that were coming to you or to me when I was witnessing the healing is like, I see you. So I feel like there's an energy of being seen that's quite lovely. So if you want that, we can download it too. What it feels like to be seen and to be recognized. And then you can gently come back into your energy, open your eyes. And of course, if you're enjoying this time, you can stay in this energy of meditation if you like. And yeah, otherwise I'm curious about your question, and yeah, I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. It takes courage and dedication, and I have reverence for your path, right? It takes effort and diligence, and sometimes a couple of years, but we're getting there. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you on your path, and I wish you wonderful things. Ciao.